The best SSD for gaming will help you navigate your PC speedily and get you into your games at lightning speed. Basically, a great SSD will give your entire system a boost. Fortunately, solid-state drives are no longer just the preserve of the PC gaming elite. Even the best M2 SSDs are now more affordable than they've ever been, and even faster too. In this video, we will take a look at what I think are the best gaming SSDs of 2021. And as always, to see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these SSDs, you can check out the links in the description below. Alright, let's get started. We're hitting it off with the Samsung 970 EVO Plus as the best overall. With better performance, efficiency, and lower MSRPs, Samsung's 970 EVO Plus is a big plus in almost every way over its predecessor. It rivals its bigger brother, the 970 Pro, and comes with a complete software suite, making the Samsung 970 EVO Plus a great buy. The 970 EVO Plus therefore looks like more of an attempt at a do-over rather than a chance for the 2018's model's redemption. The Plus and non-Plus versions aren't drastically different, both having Samsung-made Phoenix controllers and a maximum advertised read speed of 3500 MB per second. But there have been some key changes. The first is that just write speeds have had a big boost on paper, jumping from a maximum of 2500 MB per second on the 970 EVO to 3300 MB per second on the EVO Plus, a vast improvement for something that isn't a full generational leap. As NVMe SSDs just keep getting faster and cheaper, it was time for Samsung to respond in kind, and it has done, with its best drive yet. The Samsung 970 EVO Plus has reclaimed the throne as the best SSD, coming in at a reasonable price and delivering the best overall performance. The 970 EVO Plus is more affordable than ever and will run like a champ the vast majority of the time. Even when it drops out of cash, 850 MB per second isn't going to cause you much buyer remorse. If you want something better than bargain basement, which is still pretty fast in the grand storage scheme, the 970 EVO Plus is what you are looking for. Next up, we have the best runner-up, the SK Hynix Gold P31. The SK Hynix 2TB Gold P31 flaunts very high performance for its price point and comes with an SSD toolbox and a black PCB on the 2TB model only, for a more appealing aesthetic. As a reminder, the P31 Gold is an M2 PCIe Generation 3 SSD delivered in the common 2280 form factor. The 128-layer NAND and controller are in-house, making this one of the few vertically integrated SSDs on the market. The SSD has an endurance rating of 1200 TBW. The drive uses SK Hynix's HyperWrite technology to maximize sequential write speed using a single-layer cell SLC buffer. As for how this actually translates into performance, SK Hynix says that the Gold P31 is good for peak reads and writes of 3500 MB per second and 3200 MB per second respectively. However, those figures are for SLC mode. The underlying write speed of the TLC memory is actually 1700 MB per second. There's a similar split for claimed random access performance with 570K read IOPS and 600K write IOPS in SLC mode, while the base performance of the TLC cell is rated at 500K read and 370K write IOPS. Backing this up is 1GB of DDR4 DRAM cache, and it's all marshaled by SK Hynix's own Cepheus controller chip. The SK Hynix Gold P31 performs like a top-tier drive, but it's priced just slightly higher than bargain drives. That, my friends, is a real bargain. If 1TB or 2TB of capacity meets your needs, move this to the top of your list. Next on the list, a known name as the best budget one, we have the Kingston A400. Even if you're on a super low budget, getting an entry-level SSD is very advisable. The thing is that you don't need anything fancy. A 120 or 240 GB SSD will be more than great for storing your operating system and any software or game you use frequently. The Kingston A400 is a great drive that features one of the best cost-performance ratios on the market. A Kingston A400 is a standard 2.5-inch SATA SSD, but you can tell it's aimed at the commodity market just by looking at it. it. The drive itself is just a plastic box with Kingston's logo etched onto the surface itself. A small sticker on the back has the mandatory regulatory information. Of course, looks don't matter for any internal SSD, but I'm left with the impression that Kingston has cut every possible corner in order to force the price down. You can buy an A400 in 120GB, 240GB, and 480GB capacities. In terms of performance, all three are rated at 500MB per second for sequential reads, but have different write speeds at 320MB per second, 350MB per second, and 450MB per second respectively. As expected, it uses planar TLC flash. Unsurprisingly, the A400 uses TLC, triple level cell, and AMD memory chips, which is normal these days even in higher end drives. Only a few enthusiast-level SATA SSDs like the Samsung 860 Pro uses the more durable and faster alternative MLC, which is multi-level cell and AMD. This is combined with no DRAM at all. In a few words, Kingston A400 has an excellent cost-performance ratio. It's definitely not one of the fastest drives you can get on the market, however, it's one of the cheapest ones. This drive is a great solution for a system that's on a budget but wants to use SSD. Climbing the ladder as the best mid-range, we have the WD Black SN850. With a robust design and major improvements to Encache 4.0, WD's Black SN850 is among the most responsive drives I've seen. Boasting bleeding-edge PCIe Gen 4 performance and available in up to 2TB of capacity, WD's Black SN850 is a beast of an SSD that rivals Samsung's 980 Pro for the best SSD. If you got the cash, it is a great choice for gamers and enthusiasts looking for top-tier quality storage. Peak sequential performance is quoted at 700MB per second read and 5300MB per second write for this 1TB model. As for random access performance, peak performance is pegged at 1 million read IOPS and 720K write IOPS. Underpinning all that is a WD SanDisk and NVMe G2 controller chipset, SanDisk's 96L 3D TLC flash memory, and 1GB of DDR4 DRAM. The more detailed configuration includes up to 300GB of the 1TB of flash memory dynamically set aside to operate as a fast SLC cache, a feature known as Encache in WD nomenclature. As for endurance, WD backs the drive for 5 years and 600TB of writes, which is enough for 100GB of data written daily. Wait for it, 16 years. Yeah, that should have you covered. The WD Black SN850 series is a formidable opponent in the market, competing with the best of the best. It would make an amazing OS drive, and it would make an even better game drive if you are looking to compete against the latest consoles. It would make an amazing OS drive, and it would make an even better game drive if you are looking to compete against the latest consoles. And last but not least, the best high-end one with superb speed, the Corsair MP600 Pro Hydro X Edition. The flagship liquid-cooled MP600 Pro Hydro X Edition is a beast, the company's first ever M2 SSD with an integrated Hydro X series XM2 water block. Corsair comes out swinging in 2021 with a liquid-cooled MP600 Pro Hydro X Edition, with the XM2 water block also available to purchase on its own and can be used on any M2 SSD that comes in the 2280 form factor. For the ultimate gaming PC, one needs the ultimate storage device, and that's the Corsair MP600 Pro Hydro X SSD. The MP600 Hydro X uses the latest Phison Gen 4 controller, TLC and AMD, and packs a mighty 2GB of DDR4 cache, all of which deliver read speeds in excess of 7GB per second. Add an impressive 5 years warranty and a 14,000 TBW rating, and you have a winner. Corsair's MP600 Pro Hydro X is easily the fastest single drive I've ever seen. It is worth your consideration if you have the means. The really neat offering is the liquid-cooled design. The Hydro X offers a copper interior water block that can be attached to a cooling loop to prevent thermal throttling. The solution definitely looks cool and should add several FPS to your gaming experience as a result. Although it's a pricey drive, Corsair's MP600 Pro Hydro X Edition is fast, secure, and keeps it cool with innovative cooling solutions. definitely makes it up for the high price. Don't hesitate if you have the money to throw. Alright guys, we reached the bottom of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video to be helpful. If so, then leave a like down below. And if you have any questions about the products mentioned in this video, the SSDs, then don't be shy. Feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can, of course, in the next video. And until then, take care and peace out. Bye bye.